Last time I made a video about Battlefield 5, I was struck by the fact that there's so many cheaters in the game. So when I read that Battlefield 5 would get a new anti-cheat system on April the 3rd, I then decided to get back to the game once more. Yes, DICE/EA has actually decided to do something about the huge amount of cheaters that have infested the game for a long period of time now, making it hard for regular, honest players to enjoy the game. But is it an anti-cheat system that is actually working, or is it just something they put in there in order to calm down players that have been complaining about the cheating issue for some time now? Scaring away potential buyers and a way to make more money into the deep pockets of EA, since BF5 compared to, for example, BF1, that is an older game, is still bringing in some cash when it comes to the microtransactions in the game, buying some BF currency to get skins instead of grinding them, and also the fact that BF5 still has a lot of players online. The EA anti-cheat was extended to BF5 on April 3rd, and you had to restart your game to benefit from the changes of this client update. I was asked if I wanted to download the anti-cheat since I downloaded the whole game once more, and that I did. However, I have read that some guys got problems launching the game after this update. Let me know if you were one of them. The new anti-cheat in BF5 is a kernel-based anti-cheat, which means that there's a machine learning kind of thing that tracks and learns players' behavior, spotting suspicious behavior, and it can then scan your game file since it's a client-side scanning in play. If it then detects any suspicious activity, maybe aimbot, it will then send a report, and from there the player will be banned if you're actually cheating. So again, the kernel-based anti-cheat is able to track the player's movement, shooting, and interaction in the game, so if something is off the chart, if you will, the program will take action. And it has been proven to be good at, for example, detecting aimbotters in video games. So what about the player experience after April 3rd? I must be honest and say that I could hardly see or feel any difference from the last time I played BF5, which was months ago, meaning that I came across 2 or 3 cheaters already in my first matches. You might be better off if you're playing on community servers instead of the official DICE servers, and by doing so avoiding some of the cheaters, but with that said, it felt as if the anti-cheat system wasn't working properly. And I think I understand why now, because I then read that cheaters have been able to sidestep the new anti-cheat system by removing a certain game file, whatever that is, and by doing so, they've been able to bypass the anti-cheat system and being able to play and cheat. Okay, the problem here is also the fact that when you remove that file or those files, you should be removed and kicked from the game. But that hasn't been the case so far. So for some reason this feature, if you will, isn't active at the moment, so you can basically say that the new anti-cheat system is kind of broken at launch. This is of course very unfortunate, since a lot of players in the BF5 community has been looking forward to be able to play the game again without constantly running into cheaters. But it also raises the question why EA did implement this new kernel cheat before they could make sure that it was fully working. Or at least they could have been transparent, maybe inform the community that the anti-cheat system wouldn't fully work from day one. But over time it would. I mean, people has been waiting again for this for such a long time now, so it raises the expectations, and then this happens. I mean, I also got disappointed when not really seeing any significant change or improvement when playing BF5 once more. Will this then be fixed though when it comes to the new anti-cheat and the fact that the cheaters found out a way to bypass it within a day or less time than that? Yes, it will be fixed. They're working on this, and maybe already when this video is uploaded, it might have been fixed. But what happens after that? I'm afraid that even though we might see less cheaters in the game soon, will the cheaters find a new way to bypass the anti-cheat once more? Maybe that's the case, since the fight against cheating and cheaters in video games and companies also providing the cheats seems to be a never-ending story, unfortunately. But I don't want this shorter video today to end in a kind of a negative spirit or manner, so I do have high hopes that we'll soon see an improvement and change, and that DICE and EA will be able to fix the above mentioned as soon as possible. With that said, don't shy away from the game, meaning BF5, if you still enjoy to play it, because even if 1 or 2 cheaters in a lobby can almost destroy the whole experience of a match, I don't want to give these guys the upper hand, or whatever you want to call it, by leaving the game over and over again. With that said, my friends, please fill in here your thoughts about this, and if you enjoyed watching the video, then feel free to give it a like or a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. With that said, thanks for watching, play safe and legit, and talk to you soon again. Later.
Zum Glück hast du mich.
Danke, Soldat.